All right, guys, next log up on the rack here. We got another oak log that was up here in the driveway. Again, it's going to produce a post for us, at least a post, and we'll see where we go from there. But let's take a look at the log. We'll talk about it a little bit and let you know what we have to look forward to. All right, guys, this is kind of what we're looking at. Relatively straight, not a whole lot of twists and turns in it. Not looking too bad. We are 13 inches across the base here. And it's a show up there on the other end. We're going to show you that here in just a minute. But again, pretty straight. Expectations for this are going to be really just another 6x6. Anything beyond that, we're going to call that gravy. So along the log, there are several spots of concern based really off of that last log we just got into. And it's got quite a few little spots. Now, if you recall, this log came from a downed tree that I found on the property. Probably been down about 6 months or so. So most of this damage is not from laying on the ground. This is just how the tree was dying off. And cut this branch off, but obviously we have a problem here. That is just a main artery for water to get down inside. So we're going to see how bad the damage is inside there once we get into it. Now, I had mentioned this end is quite the show. If you recall, there were two branches that led off of here, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to have a end to have a nice post out of this. So we'll see. We'll see how this is going to go. You know, again, we won't know until we get into it. But there are several spots on here of concern. And I'm not saying I'm not holding out hope, but it won't be quite as shocking as that last one, I guess. All right, guys, let's get it across on the mill. problem, guys, what I'm looking at right here, right now it's set at 10 by 10. So obviously I've got to get more of this wane off of here. And that damaged area that's up there towards the front is really banged up. I just had that at a 10 by 10 and I took a 2-inch slab off the top here. So now this is 8 by 10. But up here is the problem. This is, it doesn't really seem to be as bad as the last one as far as, well, no, I'm way under here now. So I might take a 2-inch slab off of this side. But see, I want to get some of this off as well, some of this wane. So I'll probably flip it back 90 degrees, take a 2-inch chop off of that. That'll make it down to an 8 by 8, and I still have room. You know, I've got a couple more inches I've got to get off of there. Let's do it. All right, guys, it's at this point now. I've got it, it's at an 8x8, and now I do my kind of flipping around to see where I can get that other 2 inches from. Let me show you up here. This here, I'm a little worried about this. Let's see if you can see that in the sun. So this here, this discoloration of this rotted wood right here, it comes all the way down here. Now this is not soft through here. I can't even put my nail into it, but I don't know how far down that stuff goes. And it's soaking wet. I mean, it is absolutely wet. I realize I just power washed it, but see, I got bugs in there as well. I don't know if you can see that little bug. So that's certainly worrisome. I'm not sure if that's, I don't know what that is, but you know, any bug in wood is not good. So, all right, well, let me twist this thing around. Let's see what we want to do. Well, y'all, I don't think it could get any worse than what just happened here. So I took a 1-inch cut off of it, knocked it down to a 7x8. I wanted to see really just how far this decay went into it, and it is right down the middle of it, and it is soaking wet in there. I think at this point I'm not going to be able to use this for a post. It is just, I mean, and I have a hole down here as well. I mean, if that's connected to up there, and I have a lot of dark coloring through here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shift directions here. So the width right now is, I have an 8-inch, it's set up to be 8 inches wide right now. So, and it's 7 inches high. So I'm going to go and cut some 2x8s out of it, and then I'll be left with a 1-inch board on the bottom. This one here is also 1 inch. So let me get some 2x stuff out of that. I mean, worst case scenario, this area down here I can use for treads on stairs, something. But I have a feeling once I really get into it here a little deeper, I don't know, it's only going to get worse. So we'll see. Okay, so I just want to show you guys these as they came off the mill here, just so they're all lined up. So this one came from on top of this one, which came on top of this one. And even back here, let's see if I can't focus that, I've got another rotted spot there. Definitely something there. But this spot up here, I told you I had some coloring that went down the log. This is, you know, this is just mushy right there. I can dig my nail right into it and I can see water coming out of it. So this was, there's no way I could have kind of dug all that out and filled it with epoxy or something. This was doomed from the get-go. So, well, I think there's some stuff I can salvage out of this. There are quite a few. I mean, it's dark. It's got dark streaks all through it. Well, we're going to dry it. We're going to see how it's going to turn out. But this up here was just absolutely horrible. All right, let me finish up. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what the final verdict was here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 2x. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are 2x8s, and this one's probably about a 2x10 out here on the left. And then I got 2 1x pieces here. Again, this is gonna have to be picked through. I mean, you saw kind of what I was dealing with. This is just truly rot. I mean, there's no other way to go about it. So, I mean, I do understand the tree was sitting on the ground. You know, anything I got out of here was going to be a bonus, because this was not a tree that I had to, you know, go out and find and cut down and whatnot. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I understand not all these are perfect, and this was certainly far from it. I will definitely be able to harvest some spots out of it are not too bad. And when the stuff dries, after a while, we'll see. We'll pick and choose little pieces out of each one of them, and you know, we'll go from there. We'll make the best out of it. But yeah, well, slight change of plans. This is what we ended up with, and we'll go with it. All right, guys, moving on.